Hello friends, welcome to part 2 of our series. Alright, so in this one I'm going to be walking you through how to create a React Native app. So if you are new to my channel or you're interested in stuff related to web development, PC tricks, tech trends, consider subscribing. Please like this video, please share and comment as well. Right, so let's jump right in. Just as I always say, the documentation is the best way to learn any programming language or anything programming related. So here I am on the React Native website. I'm going to click on get started. And let's see what we have. Right, so setting up the development environment. So we have two ways of kicking start with React Native development. So we can go with Expo Go or using the React Native CLI. But for this very course, we're using Expo Go. So with Expo Go, you can run it both on your physical device or on an Android or iOS simulator. Alright, so here are some commands. So they say we do npx create Expo app. So now let's head over to the Expo website, and on the Expo website you can grab this command and run it in your terminal, and boom, your app is created. But for this very tutorial we'll be using TypeScript. As I said in my first video, that TypeScript has become the popular choice of most JavaScript developers or developers nowadays. So I'm going to go to the guide, through the guide section, and I'm going to be doing Expo with TypeScript. So to use TypeScript in Expo, we're going to grab this command, and now let's head to our any place. So I'm going to open my desktop and I'm going to put this here. So let's open the terminal here. Okay, so I'm going to open the terminal here. Let's give it some time. Okay. Alright, so the terminal has opened. Okay. Let me make this a bit lighter. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and create a folder. So I'm going to do mkdir and React app. Okay, so I'm going to cd into my React app. Okay, so right now in my React app, and when I do ls, there's nothing in there. So let's clear this, and now let's copy paste the command we copied. Okay, so nps create Expo app and Expo template blank TypeScript. So we are saying that we are creating an Expo app with a blank template. Okay, using TypeScript. Okay, so let's hit enter and give this some time. It's going to create the app. You can still go ahead and do or use this command. So this will create the same thing but using vanilla JavaScript, and it's actually same. Okay, so it's asking us what's the name of your app. Let's just call it my app. So I'm going to press tab and hit enter. So it's locating project files. Let's give this some time. So depending on your internet speed, this can be created in a jiffy. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. Once this is done, we continue. Alright fam, it says your project is ready. To run your project, navigate to the directory and run the following commands. Okay, so now let's cd and into app. So now we are in app. So when I do ls, it shows all the assets in my project. So when I go here, okay, so React app, I see the same thing just as I see in my terminal too as well. So right now, let's open this in Visual Studio Code. But before we do that, please make sure that you have Node.js installed. So just as I did in the intro, so download this very one. If you are cool with it, you can go with this, but go for the recommended one for most users. And download and install Android Studio. It's easy to set up. So once you are done with that, do same for VS Code too as well. So to open in VS Code, I'm going to do code space full stop. So if you have Sublime text editor, so you do sub space full stop, and if you have Atom, you do Atom space full stop. Alright, so since you're using VS Code, I'm going to do code space full stop and hit enter. So this is going to open our project inside of VS Code. Alright, great. And okay, so let's just minimize this. So our project is ready inside of VS Code. Okay, so great. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining what we have here. So this is our assets folder. So our assets folder contains all the images that we'll be using for our project. So the adaptive icon, the fab icon, the regular icon, and the splash screen. Okay, let's give this some time. And the splash screen, I don't know why it's not loading, but it's a minor thing. And this is also the node models folder. So the node models folder contains the packages and the dependencies that will make our projects work fine. Okay, great. Okay, so it's now loading. And this is the get ignore folder. So the get ignore folder, so it specifies which files or directories should be ignored when pushing to GitHub. Yes. And we have the package log.json. So it contains metadata of the dependencies that we use in our projects, same as the package.json. So it also contains metadata for our project. So it lists all the dependencies and scripts to run various stacks. So you can create a script to test, to build, to debug your code. You can do that here. And the tsconfig.json is a config or the configuration file for TypeScript. So it comes with pretty much simple, so just 6 lines of code. Don't worry, I'll walk you through everything step by step. All right, so now let's try and run our app. But before we do so, please make sure if you don't have Android Studio installed on your machine, download Expo Go from the Google Play Store. So the Expo Go. So Expo Go is essentially a mobile app that allows you to run your app on your mobile phone. So it gives you that physical feel of you seeing your app. But to make for Expo Go to work, you need to make sure that you're on the same network. Right, so just as I am on the same network here, so my Sony's mobile Wi-Fi, I should be connected on the same network on my device as well. Sorry. Alright, so download this from the App Store or the Play Store. Okay, so I guess you're done with that. Okay, so I'm going to be opening Android Studio here. Let me make this a bit smaller. Okay, so I have Android Studio here. So when you install Android Studio, this is what you're going to see. So go ahead and click on more options and go to virtual device manager. The interface might be different because of the version you have. Okay, so I have an emulator already created. So to create one, just click on or hit create device, and let's go with phone. So select the particular device you want to create. So let's say I want to go with the Pixel 4. I click on Pixel 4, I hit next, and I choose a particular operating system. So let's just go with this, and I hit on next and finish. So it's going to create a virtual device for me. Okay, but I'm going to start the Pixel 6. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this one because I don't need it. One emulator is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and start this one. We see creating a React Native app is really simple. So all you need to do is to run that command npx create expo app. If you're going with TypeScript, you add a TypeScript flag. If you're going with regular JavaScript or vanilla JavaScript, you just go with the first command, just as I have here. Okay, so this one. All right, great. Okay, so our emulator is fired up. So let me expand this a bit. I don't want this video to get too long. Okay. So if you have any issues setting up your Android Studio, you can let me know in the comment section. I'm going to click here and exit this app. Okay, so let's give this some time. Some Android Studio is heavy after you download it, so it might cause your PC to be slow sometimes. Okay, so because it's essentially a mobile phone being simulated on your machine. Alright, so it's going to take a lot of RAM. Okay, so you can open the terminal in VS Code, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. So to start my app, I'm going to clear this, and let's make sure we are in the right direction. So okay, ls shows that we are in the right, and we've opened this in VS Code. Okay, so great. So to run the app, okay, so you do npx expo start. Right, so you run npx expo start and you give it some time. So expo is going to start in the background and going to be presented with a QR code where you can scan with your device. Okay, I'm presented with this error. Okay, it's fine. Let me just close this and open my terminal inside of VS Code. So to show you that you can also do same here. Okay, let me make this a bit smaller, and boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's give our terminal some time. Okay, so now let's make sure that we are here. Okay, everything is fine, you're in the right direction. So now let's do mpx expo start. Okay, so there was no hyphen, I think, so I made a mistake. So I'm trying to be real, no editing of the video, because you're all learning. So let's give this some time. So you say starting project at the part that leads to the project. All right, so our project has been created successfully. So this is the QR code I made mention of. So you see using Expo Go. It's a question, but yes, there's no question mark here. So it says press A, that is to open Android Studio. So I have Android Studio already open here, and you can press iOS one. Okay, or you can still go ahead and scan this QR code using your Expo Go application on same network, and boom, you are good to go. So if I'm on a Mac 2, I press I to open my Apple emulator. So I'm going to go ahead and press E in the terminal. So just put your cursor anywhere and just hit E. Okay, so it says opening on Android. So let's give this some time to reflect here. Okay, so it says Expo Go on my device is outdated. So I'll update this and get back to you shortly. Okay, so whilst this is downloading, let me walk you through what app.json and app.tsx is. Okay, so app.json, so it contains the configuration for your app. So like the app name, the version, you can set the splash screen image and the background, etc. And app.tsx as more like the main entry of the app. So this is where everything is injected. So most of the code goes here, or you can create components and inject them here, or create your various screens and pop them in here. Right, so let me close this app. Alright, so Expo Go is done on installing and done downloading the latest or the updated version, and the bundling has started. So let's give this some time. Alright, so the app has been created. So we are presented with this little modal here. So it says open app.tsx to start working on your app. Alright, so open app.tsx. And I spoke about the hot reload. So when I add more exclamation mark here and I save, you see boom. Okay, so refreshing and you see it has changed. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this one. We've learned how to create a React Native app using TypeScript. It's same process for JavaScript. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one where we talk about some of the components inside of React Native. Please like this video, please share and comment on your thoughts. See you in the next one.